Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, I know I've been missing in action. This is my first video for 2022 and I'm very happy to be here with you to do a video for you today. Today I will be making curry chicken. I think I may have made it once before, but today I'm gonna make curry chicken. But before we get started, guys, do you see my shirt? It says BLP. On the 19th is election in Barbados, so I just thought I would represent by wearing my BLP shirt. All aboard. Yes, I'm on board. So today, guys, we're gonna make some curry chicken. I'm very excited, and I want to show you how you can make some easy curry chicken. I did this earlier this week because, as I mentioned to some of you, I have an Airbnb channel. On my Airbnb channel earlier this week, I made rotis for a young lady who joined my channel who never had roti before, and I made rotis for her and she loved it. She really enjoyed it. I'm glad she was able to have a good time doing that. Today I am making the curry for the roti. I'm not making the skin because I already have a video up there of how to make the skin. So if you're interested in that, you can make your skin there, and here I'll show you how to make the curry. So we're making chicken curry today, so I hope you can join me in making some curry. The first thing I'm gonna do to get started is I have a pot. You need a good big pot, guys. Over here I have my chicken. My chicken has already been washed and cleaned and is seasoned up. Okay, now to season your chicken, what you do is get all your, there's no special seasoning to go on there, guys. The only seasoning that must go on there is your curry, because you need lots of curry if you're making curry chicken. But you spice it up with some, and I have some of my spices here that I use to put on that, which is garlic, which is garlic powder, onion powder. I have here some turmeric, I have some paprika, and I have some bay leaf as well. I think garlic powder. I have some pepper flakes. You can use pepper sauce. And this is some black pepper. I have over here some onion, and over here some garlic. And the only other thing we're gonna put in here, which I have already washed over here, is some potatoes. Okay, so we're gonna be adding some potatoes to our curry because we're making curry chicken. And as I said, you can eat this with rice, or you can make the pastry skin, the roti skin, and add and just wrap it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do to make my chicken is put some oil in my pan. The oil that I'm going to be using, I use sometimes olive oil, or sometimes I use coconut oil to cook with. So I'm going to use coconut oil instead of olive oil today. So I'm going to be measuring things for you too, just to make sure that we get the right measurements. So for my measuring spoon here, because I usually use about 2 tablespoons. So I said that's 1 tablespoon there. A little bit fell in there. And this is a little less than a tablespoon, so I'm going to put just a little more in here. So as I said, we're going to be using about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, or you can use olive oil, or you can use any kind of oil of your choice. Doesn't have to be one particular oil. To that oil, I like to add, and then if you get some olive oil on some coconut oil on your hand, you just go ahead and cream your skin like this. Look, you see that? It's good. Yeah, oil your skin. And I'm going to add to that about 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put this on the stove, and I will bring this to I would heat this up. I'm gonna put this on the stove. I will heat this up, and then I'm gonna add my garlic to that. I'll saute my garlic for a few minutes, and then I'll add the onions and do the same thing to the onions. So let's go over to the stove. I'm gonna add in my garlic. My oil is heating up there. So I'm gonna add the garlic in there. And we're just gonna saute the garlic for a few minutes just to get all the nice juices and stuff out, to bring out the flavors of the garlic. We saute it, and I'm gonna add the onion, and that's about 4 or 5 pieces of garlic that I chopped up, and this is like 1 large onion. And now I'm going to saute this as well. Alright guys, so I have my onion here that has been sauteed for a few minutes. So to my onion, I'm going to add, let me measure this. I'm going to measure this, guys, to make sure that I let you know how much I'm putting in there. This is a whole chicken that I have. So I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of curry powder. And I'm just going to mix this up in here. To the curry powder, I'm going to add some turmeric. And I'm going to measure this again. A little less than 1 tablespoon. I'm going to throw in there 1 bay leaf. This is bay leaf, guys. I have here some paprika. I'm going to measure out about 1 tablespoon of paprika. Because I just sprinkle. I know a lot of people want, you know, to find out exactly how much they're going to put in. So to avoid everybody writing me to find out how much, I just thought it best for me to just go ahead and measure for you. So even though I have garlic in there, I still add about 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and all-purpose seasoning. I know that's a little more, so 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. So ½ a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of pepper flakes. And go ahead and mix this up. So now I'm going to add my chicken to that. My chicken here, guys, which is already seasoned. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken to that. I'm not adding any liquid to it. Just the chicken, and that's it. Then I'm going to give this a good stir. Make sure everything is mixed up nicely. A good stir here. I'm going to give it some white. As you can see, it needs some more curry powder. I'm going to measure it for you again and put another tablespoon of curry powder in there. I put 2, so all together is like 4 tablespoons. So this is it. This is what it looks like. I put everything in one time. So in there, I'm going to add some ketchup. Ooh, I forgot to measure this. But you see the amount of ketchup that I just poured in there. So you're just going to pour some ketchup in there. Mix it up really well. Then over here in this bowl, I have some potatoes that I cut up. I'm going to take the potatoes and add the potatoes in there. There's a piece of sweet potato. I'm going to cook separately so I can have a piece of sweet potato on the side. and mix it up. And this is it, guys. I'm not adding water to it. I'm not adding anything else to it. I'm not adding salt to it. When this is done, now I'm gonna put my cover on. I'm gonna turn my stove from medium all the way down to low, so this can take its time and cook on low. If you put the stove too high, what's gonna happen is it's gonna burn to the bottom. You're gonna have to add water, okay? So don't do that. Just put the stove on low, let it stay here, take its time and cook. So as soon as this start to boil up, I'm gonna come back and show you exactly what it looks like. Okay guys, this is a chicken here. It's been in here now for about 15 minutes. And as you can see, it has liquid in it. I didn't add any water to it. It's the liquid from the chicken. But it still needs to be cooked a little bit longer. So I am going to put the cover back on and let it continue cooking. I just want you to see what it looks like. Okay guys, so the chicken has been in here for about 50 minutes, almost an hour on low. The potatoes, as you can see, has cooked. There's enough liquid in here. It looks pretty good. This is what it looks like. So now I'm gonna taste it because I seasoned it, but I didn't add salt to it because a lot of that seasoning, that spices already have salt. So now I'm gonna taste it and I'm going to see if I need to add salt to it. So let me go ahead and taste it. See how nice and thick it is. Tastes good, guys. And have the kick, a little kick from that pepper that I add to it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, but just remember, taste it and then you add your desired amount of salt. Just add a little bit at a time, okay? I think I just add a little bit and I think that's gonna be good enough, but I'm gonna taste it one more time just to be on the safe side, just to make sure. Perfect. It's all done, guys. This is your curry chicken. I'm gonna put this on a plate and I'm gonna come and taste it for you. It is all done. It took about 50 minutes. As you see, as I said, I didn't add liquid to it. It have its own liquid from the chicken. Now if you have your curry, your roti skin, you'll do is just add this to your roti skin, wrap it up and eat it. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Guys, so the curry chicken is all done. See, it didn't take that long at all. It's just a matter of putting everything together. So here it is. So just in case you want to make some roti, this is how you would make your curry for your roti. What I did is I took one whole chicken, I cut it into small pieces and I made curry chicken with it. Now if you want roti without the bone, now you're gonna have to take all the bone off the chicken and make your curry that way. That way when you're wrapping it, you do not have bones inside of it. But I'm fine with the bones, okay? So, but that's another way of doing it. But this is your curry chicken, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna taste it for you and tell you exactly what it tastes like. So here we go. Oops. It looks good. So I'm tasting it like this. I don't need a knife. So you could, if you want the skin to wrap this in, you can go up there on the channel. I already have the skin up there that I made before. You can go ahead and try making that recipe, or just make some peas and rice. It goes really well with some green peas and rice, okay? So let's taste it. The chicken is nice and tender. The potatoes cook nice and soft. I could eat this just like this without anything on it, without any rice or anything like that. It is good. The pepper, give it a little bit of kick. It's a piece of bone. Ooh. Then wash it down with a little glass of wine. That's good. Guys, this was fun. I had fun making this for you. And guys, don't forget to vote. For those of you who don't live in Barbados and not aware, this week coming up is going to be election week in Barbados on the 16th. Oh no, on the 19th. Today's the 16th. On the 19th is going to be election in Barbados. Go vote BLP. We're making sure that Mia stays in power because she is good for the island. She is fantastic for the island. Okay, so we've got to make sure she stays in power. So we have to go vote BLP. Guys, I had fun making this video, and I hope you have fun making some curry chicken for your family. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. Until next time, bye bye.